Und damit hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück bei Genshin Impact. Warte mal, wo bin ich eigentlich? Ah ja, genau. Ich habe meine Dailies und alles so gemacht, bla bla bla. Ja, ich bin jetzt auf Stufe 29 mit unserem Schrein da. Es fehlen halt immer noch 11, bis ich mein scheiß Gebiet aufbauen kann. Das kotzt mich an. Ähm. Ah, gut, man hört was. Jetzt dachte ich schon, weil es nicht ausschlägt. Was machen wir jetzt halt? Wir haben noch zwei. Gut, eigentlich haben wir noch vier von den Aufträgen vor uns. Einsammeln? Ah ja. Scheiße, das hätte ich schon lange machen können. Sayu und Doma. Gut, wir haben eigentlich die zwei auch noch. Wir machen knifflige Situation. Genau, wir machen jetzt erstmal das mit dem Labyrinth. Das finden ja alle so geil. Also ich habe jetzt schon sau viel drüber gelesen, wo sie sagen, oh, boah, geil, Alter. Oder das auch das Spiral Abyss, also hat es, wie hat es auf Deutsch nochmal geheißen? Ja, der gewundene Abgrund. Ja, das sollte ja auch in die Richtung geändert werden. Oder das Labyrinth sollte dauerhaft da bleiben. Und Endgame-Content und. Ja. Das übliche Rumgeduld. Die, wo am lautesten zu hören, am lautesten. Keine Ahnung, wie gut das ist. Das werden wir jetzt dann sehen. Ja. Verbleibende Zeit 12 Tage und 7 Stunden. Ich habe davor noch nichts gemacht. Ich meine, ich nehme sie auch auf. Ist jetzt auch schon. Wann ging das eigentlich los? Nope. Da. Wann ging das los? Hä? Nein, das will ich gerade für so eine Aktion. 21.10. Okay, das ist jetzt auch schon 5 Tage raus. 24.10. brutale Divergenz. 27.10. Rachewald. Also morgen kommt dann der Rachewald. Zu dem Zeitpunkt, wo ich jetzt spiele. Kostbarkeit der Prüfung. Ja, dann hat es schon gepasst, dass ich das erst später mache. Weil dann machen wir heute das ein bisschen. Vielleicht machen wir auch nur einen Teil. Und wo wollt ihr eigentlich hin? Achso. Ah, da hinten ist die Ding. Vielleicht machen wir auch nur einen Teil und dann machen wir vielleicht das von der Sayu. Das interessiert mich. Nein, man sieht's doch genau, das ist Bob der Baumeister. Warum vernutze ich den immer? Verdammt. Wow. Das war ein langes Ding. Gerade war es noch, ich erinnere mich nicht.
Well, I'll be! Paimon, traveler, what are you two doing here? I never thought I'd run into familiar faces so far from home. Well, if you're here for a performance, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you.
Aufführung?
It's a long story. Have you heard of the Iridescence tour? Well, it's okay if you haven't. I didn't hear about it until just recently. Oh, the more I think about it, this whole thing was weird from the get-go. The organizers told me it was a music festival from Fontaine that was famous throughout Tibet, but it seemed like nobody in Leo had ever heard of it before. There was a guy standing on the side of the road calling out like he was selling Sunsetias or something. I only inquired because I felt bad for him.
Aw, that was nice of you.
Well, anyway, he showed me a ton of material. The Iridescence tour is a big deal over in Fontaine.
Ach, das waren bloß ihre Dinger da. Die haben so groß und lang ausgeschaut.
I heard that getting stage time means your music might start to be heard far and wide.
Wow, you'd be famous overnight if you were up there.
You think so? Oh, me too. I want as many folks as possible to hear my music. That's why I'm so set on attending the festival. This year's Iridescence tour is being held here in Inazuma. I've been honing a bunch of new songs since I signed up. I even asked Beto to ferry me out here ahead of time to scout the place out and make sure everything goes perfect. Xiangling made me up a special packed lunch to wish me well, but the organizers...
Warum schreibt man aber dieser Wirt? Das ist ein Organisator oder was ist ich was, aber doch nicht der Wirt.
They ran into trouble out on the ocean. They can't make it. They even got fishing boats to send a message to Inazuma so the authorities could start spreading the word. The Iridescence tour is canceled. Oh, how can they just cancel it like that? I come here to perform, and they tell me this after I arrive? Now there's no way of getting the travel permit that the organizers arranged for me, and my temporary travel permit here is about to expire. No, things couldn't have gone much worse.
Seems like no one was more excited than you about performing at the festival. Why should you get the short end of the stick? Oh, it's not fair.
Ja.
It ain't always easy being a musician. Well, shucks, enough complaining. This ain't the first time I wasn't able to perform. Time to move on.
Wow, you sure cheered up quick.
If you want to play rock and roll for a living, you gotta be tenacious. That's why I sprang into action. I submitted a request at the Adventurers Guild and headed straight to the Tenryou Commission to see what else I could find out. However, I've been standing here for ages already. I'm not sure what's keeping those Tenryou Commission samurai so busy that they don't even have time to say hi.
How dare they? Paimon bets they're just goofing off.
It's fine. Stuff like this is bound to happen when you step onto unfamiliar shores. Hey, traveler. Beto told me you've been in Inazuma for a while now. You must know how to get things done around here, right?
Ja, ich kenne mich aus.
Think you can help me out?
Ernsthaft?
Now we're talking. If you can get my permit straightened out, I'll write you a killer tune as a token of my heartfelt gratitude.
Was machen wir jetzt? Oh. Verhandle mit den Beamten der Tenryou-Verwaltung. Du, ich Reisender, ich mächtig. Gib mir Reiseerlaubnis.
You again? I thought I told you we're busy already. You'll have to wait.
Sorry, fellas. Perhaps my agent here can explain.
Ist Kucho Sara da?
Madame Kujo-Sara? Oh, you must be the traveler. Is this outsider girl a friend of yours?
Sure is. She got stood up and now she's stuck here, so she needs to extend her travel permit. Come on, what kind of impression are you guys creating for visitors here?
Please, don't be mistaken. We're not purposely delaying anything. Something big happened recently, and the Tenryou Commission is spread thin. We don't have the resources right now. The reason this young lady is still in the queue isn't because she came later than anyone else. It's because there's no one free to take care of smaller issues like travel permits.
Oh, what is this something big?
I can't tell you anymore. Madame Kujo-Sara is in the courtyard. Ask her yourself if you want to understand the situation.
Schon, als wäre das die einzige Möglichkeit und das ist dann das Labyrinth,
They
ne?
really are busy.
Seems that way, but that's okay. They're just doing their job.
Du, 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 du.
Why do these samurai look so serious? Like they're about to go to battle.
Was für einen Krieg denn, Alter? Das sind alles nur kleine Lutschis, Alter, die wo wir alle abservieren, wenn sie uns im Weg stehen. Du und deine Schuhe hier macht mich fertig, ey. Aber sonst ist es ein cooler Charakter.
Formations! Follow the vanguard and assemble outside the city.
Oh, Formation und so. Wir latschen einfach durch. Ey, servus, was geht? Die haben sich hier alle aufgestellt für uns.
Traveler. And who else do we have here?
Tut mir leid, dass wir deine Arbeit stören.
No harm done. What brings you to the Tenryou Commission headquarters all of a sudden? Is there trouble afoot? Because if there's anything I can help with, don't hesitate to ask.
Finally, someone who can call the shots.
Du hast Kucho Sara erzählt, was passiert ist.
I see. It's regrettable that your friend has run into such an unfortunate incident, especially after such a journey. The Tenryou Commission is experiencing a large turnover of personnel in very difficult circumstances. We really are short on people. I apologize for not having tended to your friend's request on time.
It's rare to see you guys struggling like this. What is it this time?
Wir haben nicht die Absicht, etwas Vertrauliches auszuspionieren.
Oh yeah, we're just casually asking.
No one's to blame here. Seems I just arrived at a bad time.
Oder wir treffen mal eine Absprache, wie wäre das?
Yeah, why don't you tell us what kind of trouble you're facing, and we'll do our best to help. In return, maybe you could help Xinyan extend her travel permit.
We really could use the extra help, especially from capable individuals like yourselves. Alright, here's the situation. Recently, a nameless domain has appeared in the Araumi region. Monsters with incredible strength have been pouring into the area.
But surely the Tenryou Commission are used to dealing with monsters.
The domain appeared quite unexpectedly, and we've come under serious pressure. I've already sent out scouts to investigate. Originally, I was planning to lead a force there myself, but an extended period on the front lines would leave the Tenryou Commission without oversight. It just didn't feel right.
Well, if you need folks who can fight, I'll wager we can certainly be of assistance. Ain't that right, Traveler?
Ich denke auch, dass es das beste Strategie ist.
Yeah, we do you a favor and you do us a favor. Got it?
Wie sie so redet, Alter. Verstanden? Okay.
Jeez, are you really giving orders to a general, Paimon?
It's fine. I'm indebted to you. This really is the best solution at the moment. If it were anyone else, I'd have to refuse. But even the almighty Shogun has recognized your abilities, Traveler. I'm happy to assign this task to you.
Ooh, say now. Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself in Inazuma.
Xinyan, du kennst mich.
Oh, I'm getting to. Xiangling and the other folks are always saying you're destined for big things. Madam Kujo Sora, where should we go next?
I'll take you over to the location now. I should warn you that I haven't been there myself yet, so I'm not sure how dangerous things could get. As a precaution, please bring sufficient combat equipment and supplies with you.
Can we write off the expenses?
Fair enough. I'll put in a request now.
Hold up. I remember there's a travel permit processing fee. Why don't you write that off, and I'll cover all our other expenses.
Xinyan ist so großzügig.
It's nothing. Actually, Beto gave me a bag of Mora to spend before I even got off the ship. Seeing as I'm inconveniencing just about everyone, it's about time I had something to show for it. Why don't we just split it between us? It should cover equipment and supplies, no trouble.
You are a woman of method and integrity, I see.
No, don't mention it. But don't go forgetting about my permit now.
I will see to it personally. You have nothing to worry about.
Fantastic. Thank you, ma'am.
So it's agreed? Alright, let's take care of this domain.
Sounds like a plan. Let's hit the road.
Wie kann man Let's Hit the Road, also ich werde das Ganze einfach als Bildungsreise verstehen, übersetzen? Also die Übersetzer machen bei dem Ding nicht eine gute... Ja, unser Hauptproblem ist ja... Irgendjemand hat seinen alten Mann hier vergessen. Husch, husch, geh weg. Husch, husch. Immer diese alten Leute, die immer irgendwo rumstehen. Ah, da hinten kommt schon einer, der kümmert sich wahrscheinlich um ihn. Ich habe nichts gegen alten Leute, nur um es mal klarzustellen. Das ist so ein Scheiß gewesen. Wir sollten trotzdem irgendwo ein Plakat aufhängen, dass jemand seinen alten Mann vergessen hat. Wir waren noch nie in diesem Ding da drin, ne? Da ist auch so ein... Warte, oder ist es zufällig? Dieses Tor? Da ist doch so ein Tor drin. Da ist da hinten. Oder steht es da einfach so? Was geht denn da? Pennen die da oder sind die tot?
Hey, look over there.
Ja, Fatui.
Those samurai look like they could use some help.
Ja, weil die ganzen Vereine nur aus Lutschern bestehen, ey.
Ma'am, you're finally here. We were ambushed by monsters at the entrance as soon as we started to investigate. We were able to push most of them back into the domain, but some of them escaped to the southeast. Many of our troops were injured, so I decided to tend to them before issuing the order to pursue. Forgive me.
Southeast? Oh no, there'll be civilians along the way. This is urgent. We need to split up for now. I'll lead a team to pursue the monsters that got away. The situation here, I leave in your hands. I'm sure you don't need reminding, but be careful.
Mach dir keine
Don't
Sorgen.
worry about a thing. We got this.
One more thing. Monsters often try to sneak out from the domain. Keep a close watch on the entrance, and don't let any of them pass, or else...
Watanabe, trust in my judgment.
Yes, ma'am.
And off she goes.
Wow, she ain't playing, huh?
Well, she is leading an army after all. Okay, let's get over to the entrance.
Oh, der ist da hinten. Was meinen die mit Dämonen? Es gibt doch gar keine Gegner, die irgendwelche Dämonen sind, oder? Warte mal, wir können doch hier mal schauen, aus Scheiß. Da, das sind doch... Ich meine, das kannst du extra als Dämon hinstellen. Das ist halt ein Drache. Oder der Drachenechse. Das ist ein dämlicher Mistkerl aus Fatui. Eine dämliche Alte aus Fatui. Aus Fatui, Alter. Das ist Schnesnaya. Das kannst du als Dämon hinpfeifen. Das ist ein Robo, das ist ein Hillichul, das ist eine Arschgeige. Das ist eine dämliche Echse. Das sind doch alles keine Dämonen. Warte, was bist du? Das ist ein Dämon. Das kannst du als Dämon hinstellen. Das ist aber auch eher ein Geist. Ansonsten sind doch eigentlich fast alles nur... Ach, keine Ahnung. Vielleicht sind einfach alles Dämonen.
Look, monsters! Let's take them out!
Das sind doch Hillichurs. Das sind doch keine Dämonen, Alter.
Time for a light show.
Warte, die lösen sich auf. Oh, jetzt weiß ich, warum die Dämonen genannt werden.
Shined up. Fire hazard.
Seems like it's over. Did we stop them?
Huh? There's something on the ground.
Ja, ich dachte es mir auch gerade. Das sind doch Shikigami, ne? Oder ne? Shinigami. Ne, Shinigami sind Todesgötter. Shikigamis. Warte, das ist ein Charakter, oder?
It's just a piece of paper.
Wie kommt man bei Piece of Paper auf ein kleines Foto? Alter, Übersetzer, was ist los mit
It
euch?
looks like a little paper figure. Is it a talisman? Maybe one of the samurai dropped it.
A paper figure, huh? Reminds me of the Shikigami they talk about in the legends.
Sag ich doch. Shikigami.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking into legends from all over Tibet. Well, they give me inspiration for my lyrics. They say in Inazuma there are paper cutouts imbued with magical power that follow their masters wherever they go. Some of them can banish evil, repel monsters, or even protect your home.
Sounds a bit like all that sigil and adepti art stuff they have over in Lille.
Klingt stärker als Paimon.
What? Paimon is a professional Tibet travel guide and your best friend. Let's see your fighting origami do that.
Du kannst einfach keine Antwort auswählen, wenn es nicht darum geht, Paimon zu verarschen.
Wait, look! The Shikigami, it's moving!
Hey there, little paper guy. Can you hear us? Can you talk?
Where am I?
Was? Was ist das für eine Stimme?
Did I faint? Oh no. Wait. Did you see the monsters that escaped from here? Where did they go?
Well, there were monsters around here, all right. But we took care of all of them.
Thank you. And thank goodness they didn't manage to escape. I'd never forgive myself if someone got hurt.
Are you a Shikigami? Those monsters, you didn't let them out, right?
To my knowledge, Shikigami are all about defeating monsters. So what's your story?
My name is Shiki Taishou, and I'm sorry you have to see me like this on our first meeting.
Eine unreife Seite, Alter, du bist ein Stück Papier, Mann.
This domain is called the Mystic Onmyo Chamber. I'm the overseer in charge here. The Mystic Onmyo Chamber has been in an extended slumber, just as I have. However, a few days ago, under the influence of an unknown power, all the monsters in the domain were suddenly awakened, and the door was opened. Actually, it seems like I may have suffered some memory loss in the process. All I remember is waking up to a living nightmare. I tried my best to stop them. I was surprised to see the monsters turn into paper charms when they were defeated. That's when I remembered that they must also be Onmyodo creations, and form part of this Onmyo chamber, like me.
Warte. Kriege ich den zufällig als Begleiter? Also als so ein kleines Ding, was neben mir schwebt? Das wäre nur geil. Den mag ich jetzt schon. Also vom Aussehen her, seine Stimme ist irgendwie komisch.
Onmyodo creations? I don't follow.
I'm sorry. I can't give you a clear explanation right now.
Und was für ein Wesen bist du?
Me? My sincere apologies. I am a Shikigami, but all I know is that I'm the overseer responsible for this domain. I can't remember who my master is, or why I was created in the first place. I'm a failure.
Was für ein Durcheinander ich bin? Hä?
You mean you don't even know if you're one of the good guys? Aw. Hey, don't worry. Paimon heard that those with memory loss sometimes start to remember things when they return to a familiar place. Why don't you try going back into the domain?
I was just about to try that. I still have many unanswered questions, but one thing I'm certain of is that my powers originate from this domain. We might even be one and the same. For some reason, I have a feeling that I should be able to completely control it.
If Shikigami are supposed to help with banishing evil and repelling monsters, you were probably stationed here to guard the entrance. As for your memory loss, did you ever hear those stories? You know, the one where someone loses their memory and forgets about the incredible powers they had? Once they remember, they become invincible again!
Actually, I was just thinking along those lines. Do you think you all can help me out?
The most urgent task is helping you to remember, right? Once your memory's back, you might be able to control the domain again and stop any more monsters from escaping.
Traveler, can I borrow you for a second?
Hä?
This Shiki Taishou has only just woken up and it's lost part of its memory. Do you trust it?
Oh mein Gott, er schaut mich so böse an.
Well, if it really is a guardian of the domain, then we're in good company. But if it's not...
Die Möglichkeit des Gegners ist nicht auszuschließen.
Exactly. We shouldn't make any foregone conclusions, but we still gotta be careful. Besides, we still don't know who built this domain, or why there are so many monsters inside. We need to get more of an understanding.
Ach, ich Trottel, jetzt komm ich zuerst, Alter. Das ist mir nie aufgefallen. Die sagen ja auch nur Monster. Das Dämon ist einfach wieder nur ein Übersetzungsbullshit.
Paimon, on the other hand, seems to trust it quite a bit. I guess she's still a child at heart.
Paimon hat eine Vorliebe für niedliche Papierstücke.
Hold on there, Paimon. Let's get a grasp of the situation before we get too hasty.
I understand. Between my mysterious memory loss and my link to this Onmyo chamber, it's normal for you to have your doubts.
Why don't you let me test your sincerity?
Sincerity? Ooh, sounds like something interesting is about to happen.
You may not believe it, but music lovers like myself are able to use a special kind of language that isn't used by ordinary folks. This language can be transmitted to others in the form of music itself.
Hä?
Ooh, special language? Paimon wants to hear it.
It's an honest language that touches the true depths of the heart. I'll be using this language to perform a test, to see if our friend Shiki Taishou here is truly trustworthy.
Music? That's not something I have much experience with. But I'm willing to accept any trials you deem necessary. All I want to do is take care of the crisis at hand.
All right. Well then listen up and look lively.
Rockt jetzt hier die Bude oder was? Okay, das war cool, aber was soll das beweisen?
So, hope your spines ain't shivering too much.
Obwohl die Technik brillant ist.
But you only played one song. Is that enough for the test?
The language I spoke was hidden in the music. You won't notice it, but it'll find its way into your heart and expand your mind.
Okay.
Every soul reacts differently to this kind of language. Just tell me how it made you feel, and I'll tell you the color of your soul.
What? That sounds amazing.
A kind heart? A heart forced into evil deeds? A heart closed off from having grown used to misfortune? All of them come in different colors. So, Shiki Taishou, tell me, what did my music make you feel?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand. I've never heard music like this before. So it's impossible for me to grasp the hidden intricacies. What I can say is that my body and soul, if I have a soul, has been uplifted by your melody. I can see the world that you described.
Welt?
I'm not sure how to put it. But it felt like I was wandering aimlessly on a path, with a mist all around me. It felt like I was wounded, and my head was aching. There were sounds coming from beyond the mist that frightened me, and I worried I was about to be swallowed by some hidden danger. But I didn't know what my destination was. But it felt like someone was waiting there for me.
Es ist wirklich akribisch.
Wow. That's a lot of feels for a piece of paper. Maybe Paimon failed the test. All Paimon could think of was a bunch of people eating grilled fish.
Grilled fish. I think I saw something similar to that. I was grilling fish with people whose faces I couldn't make out. There was a fire at the end of the mist. People were sitting around with freshly caught fish on bamboo skewers. I'd transformed into an actual person. I was having dinner with them.
Also jetzt wird's langsam ein bisschen hart, Alter, damit beschreiben, was los ist.
And yet, I had the feeling that I'd be leaving and continuing on my way again once the sun rose.
An endless journey. And there wasn't any fighting. Mighty interesting. So my melody didn't conjure up any thoughts of fighting for you?
Oh. Should it have?
No. You gave a great answer. I had a few friends listen to that tune before as well. Your answer really reminded me of theirs. As far as songs go, it's pretty complex with a lot of twists and turns, but the image you had prevailed the whole way through. You must be very similar to those friends of mine.
Are you talking about Xiangling and Beidou?
That's right. I'll wager you're a like-minded being. Based on your answer, I'm willing to trust you.
Really? I was just trying to describe how I felt. I didn't think you'd be able to trust me so quickly.
That's because this is all still mysterious to you. I have no doubt about the language of music. It tells me who I can trust. Music ain't bound to anything. It's free in the truest sense of the word. Shiki Taishou, to me, out of all the things you could have thought of, The images you landed on make me feel like we were supposed to run into you.
Thank you very much, young lady.
No need to thank me. Trusting you is an extension of my belief in my musical intuition. Not to strum my own chord or anything.
Ich vertraue auf das Urteil zu Xinyan.
No
Xinyan. Xinyan.
I'm lucky to have friends with such great taste in music.
I will never forget the kindness you've all shown me. I'm certain I can be of help to you. If only I can regain my memories.
Spätestens, wenn wir einen Notizzettel brauchen.
Oh, enough of that. We're not helping you because we need something from you. The most important thing now is to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. Traveler, we better get combat ready. Let's see what this here domain has to offer. Maybe we can take care of everything before Madame Kujo Sara gets back.
Dann lass uns losgehen.
For adventurers at our level, there isn't a domain out there that we can't handle.
Okay. Das mit der Musik war jetzt ein bisschen hart, Alter, und ein bisschen langgezogen, aber ansonsten war es in Ordnung. Mich stört immer noch ein bisschen die ganzen Übersetzungsfehler, aber ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob die das im... Ob die das im Chinesischen, wo es vielleicht hauptübersetzt wurde, anders aussprechen. Weiß ich nicht, keine Ahnung. Jetzt gibt es kurzes Päuschen und dann geht es gleich weiter, wobei das könnte auch Folgenende sein.